I'll tell you my first impression. What was your first impression of me? Our kids met in kindergarten.
At Bridgepoint.
Mm-hmm.
I just remember being like, wow, she's the hottest Bridgepoint mom I've seen. Yes. She gets my vibe without even really saying a word. I knew it.
You had the short blonde pixie cut, and I just thought I just loved how kind of out there you were. You would be the one that's going to jump on the table and start dancing and just give no fucks. And I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
And refreshing.
Just coming in as a new mom to like what we call the Westlake bubble, you know? And coming in with that edginess, with the pixie short, like bleach blonde haircut and the short skirt, and like just really kind of even owning who I am in that space and feeling like, wow, this is really pushing my edge. And then being able to see just somebody that could see me mm-hmm. amidst the chaos.
Mm-hmm. So how do we get from there to here? I think for both of us, there was so much trauma there for the sister wound that we were just giving each other enough space to feel each other out, and the relationship starts to grow from there.
We're not too pushy on one another. We allow space where it's really taken just a lot of quality time and trust mm-hmm. and patience mm-hmm. and love and forgiveness. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I remember us really deepening our relationship when you moved to Rivercrest. Mm-hmm. We started coming over more and hanging out on the water, paddleboarding. Mm-hmm. You would have like so many gatherings, and that's where I feel like, okay, we started hanging out more. We were starting to do dinners with the little kids and really like cultivating that relationship.
Mm-hmm. When the pandemic, early 2020, when we were in Jackson Hole with the family and everything starts shutting down, and we're trying to figure out if we're going to stay in Austin or if we're going to go to the boat to Twin Flame in St. Thomas, this catamaran, mm-hmm. and live on the boat.
And I was like, okay, she's leaving me. All right, here we go. What are we going to do?
I remember that is really where my, I felt like our relationship took a whole nother level because mm-hmm. just this thing happening everywhere. And for me, my experience was you were my link. You were my anchor to this community, this energy that had already been cultivated in Austin for several years. But we were on the boat, and while it seems like it's paradise, we're going through our initiations,
for sure,
highs and lows, and living close quarters, doing all the things. I was coaching at the time and gel blaster and being a parent, homeschool. I mean, that was intense, and I felt like I was losing myself. Literally this just drowning, like trying to stay afloat. And that tether, because I'm going through these initiations on the boat, were just all kinds of inner child pieces are just coming up and out, mm-hmm. just mm-hmm. riding waves. And this thing was like an anchor that kept me, like gave me the ability to really transmute the intensity of what was, again, it felt like an energetic tune up to really move into this other timeline that was being created for
Here.
2020.
Mm-hmm. I remember you reaching out to me and you're like, I got to talk to you. And I'm like, whoa, this must be deep because she does not talk on the phone. But I was like, she has something she's got to say.
You know me now, bitch. That was my next level of relationship with you.
Yeah.
Was
that phone call.
And,
I knew I had to be there.
To hold space for me.
I knew I had to be there for my girl. That's what I'm saying. It was, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, here I am. What's up?
Yeah. And I needed that space held. And I realized in that moment that you were the one in my life really holding that space for me and my little girl. Mm-hmm. And so there was just a whole nother level of safety in the relationship. Mm-hmm. And that's what I meant by that next level of relationship, where I really started to appreciate and have true reverence for what was available inside of this type of relationship with another woman.
Yeah. We are going into our own feminine twin flame partnership.
For the record, we've never had sex with each other.
Christy, can I have a sip of your sweet nectar? I know all of y'all are thinking that. What a beautiful fantasy.
Not that we can't offer and receive pleasure, because Christy gave me the best massage on the boat the last time we were there. It was
magical for me.
One of the best experiences I've ever had. Yes.
And it was magical for me because when you embody something like that, to truly like be able to give and allow your feminine counterpart to also receive, to create the reciprocity. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Why would I not want to give you that massage?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think in the culture that we've grown up in the nuclear family, and just the way things are kind of set up and separated, which also, I think, for me, I feel like that's one of the biggest shadows of how the patriarchy has really affected the feminine relationship as the separation inside of the nuclear family. And so suddenly you're so caught up taking care of your family and, you know, your relationship with your husband. And there's just so little time to actually connect with another feminine, which is really, I mean, the vulva, the womb, this is the portal to the goddess. And we're often in our own lives reflecting that out to our family and really holding space for that. But our nourishment comes from our sister relationship, being able to do that with each other.
It's because they know how powerful we are in numbers, and we get super fucking witchy and we make shit happen. It's what we do. And so it's a remembering.
When you can clear, right, any sort of, when you can really get to the space of truly loving your sister, and like being open and being real and being able to face any insecurities that start to well up in you as you go deeper in the relationship, to really feel that safety and that sense of presence and that trust that she truly loves me for who I am, no matter how great or how small, and is rooting me on to really have that. And it does take, just in the way that we've been programmed, it takes quite a bit of work to unravel what we came into.
We're breaking generational patterns constantly.
It's just such a beautiful experience to have healed the sister wound enough to really be able to go there with someone, and just keep going deeper and deeper and more expanded. And I just so appreciate about you and that around that relationship. It's just such a blessing.
Sisterhood is something that I've wanted to call in for so long. And even cultivating our relationship, over the past 9 years. And recently, like, starting to peel back those layers to really allow each other to go there, to feel safe. All the things that we get to do together and play and feel and embody and enjoy.